I know it seems inconceivable, but right now, YouTube is behind, and they are working diligently to close the gap with all the competitors that it now has when it comes to short form and other types of video. In fact, in a recent development, they've just revealed in the last few days, YouTube channels will now have the ability to co-stream with another creator. What is this exactly? How will it work? And what will the audience see on the other side? Well, let's dive in. Here we go. Well, this is kind of breaking news because the new co-streaming feature is actually started to roll out to a few select channels, kind of testing it, as it were. And those select creators are eligible right now to invite another creator to join them live if they would like. The downside, of course, is it's limited to just one guest at the moment, and currently it only works on the cell phone with the cell phone app. And I'm not sure exactly how many people want to downgrade from there. So if you're not a YouTuber, somebody that does what I'm doing right now, you're not going to see much difference on your end with this live together feature with two persons on the screen. Currently, the streaming panel shows, like some of the ones that I actually run on my channel, are forced to use a third-party web service to enable the ability to have multiple people on screen at the same time and also have synchronized audio. And that's where this limitation comes into play for YouTube. Only two persons on the screen at a time is very, very limiting. So while a step forward this product surely is, YouTube is actually very much behind in this regard, with both TikTok and Twitch adding their multi-guest service co-streaming services. In recent days, there's one major difference. They are already going to offer multiple guests. In fact, TikTok currently gives you the ability to go live with up to 5 other people using the same familiar grid breakup that you'll see on most live panel shows. And, well, it's kind of a good thing. Last week, in fact, Twitch did a similar thing with their quote-unquote guest feature. You can actually pull other creators and even fans into a talk show kind of an environment. And that'll give you another 5 speakers in total on your panel, which again is pretty cool. Now, while YouTube's features are extremely limited at the moment, the speculation, and I believe it, is that that will be expanding soon beyond just one guest. I think this is kind of just a test to see how they can manage it. It's very much in the early development stages, and insiders have suggested that they're seeking to cut out the web services that we're currently using, like StreamYard and Restream and others. And again, that kind of makes sense that they're trying to forego the middleman. To be fair, I actually don't see any but the most thrifty of creators actually pulling out of a web service-based multicam service or any of these platforms, because with all that we've seen recently, when you put all of your eggs in one basket, well, somebody can take all your eggs at once. And putting everything into one platform rather than spreading yourself out amongst many, using what this most of these web services will do, which is broadcast outward to a lot of different locations, I think that that's certainly not wise. And I'm sure many creators would agree, and even our audience members like you would agree as well. It's rough to see people get banned from their platform only to have to rebuild somewhere else. So I think people are going to maintain the ability to stream on multiple places at the same time to kind of, preserve what they've built in various locations. So what's more, the ability to stream beyond YouTube is another compelling reason to stick with those services, because you can go to YouTube and Odyssey and Rumble and Minds and Getter and pretty soon Twitter, from what I'm to understand. So you can do that at the same time, all the time. And anytime you can increase your presence, you're going to, increase your reach. And for some people, you can increase very elusive revenue as the ad market starts to collapse, which is another video we'll probably have this week. But I also think that the limitations requiring the use of a cell phone is also quite significant. And I would say that there's quite a bit of downside with that. All of the creators I know and I've worked with know how to use a mic and a camera from a computer, or even a tablet is more effective than a phone. And you always want to look your best and sound your best, which is why most of us use decent mics and cameras, right? And a phone can look good, don't get me wrong. It can even sound okay, but for most phones, especially, well, things that aren't exactly the most current, it doesn't sound super. It sounds terrible. So regardless, though, overall, I think this will be a fun feature to track and to see what comes of it, over the coming years. Perhaps the back-end live stream tools that we have for YouTube will expand to meet the similar types of tools that we have on these web services. But again, I don't know exactly how thrilled I am with that, because again, it just kind of pins you to one platform, and maybe that's kind of the idea. They might be solid replacements. The new tools offered at YouTube in this Creator Studio might be good. I don't know. And again, that's something to find out down the road. In the end, though, I mean, viewers aren't going to see much of a change. A lot of creators are probably going to stick with the multicam until YouTube offers that, and then even then, again, for all the reasons I stated, I don't think anybody's going to go jumping willy-nilly into just one platform. But what do you think? Do you think that the addition of the new platform features will actually significantly shift your viewing behavior? I don't think so. Do you think that you'll even notice if somebody's doing the live together thing? Well, maybe if they brand it that way, or they're willing to tell you how they're going about their production, but most people will not do that either. So I don't know that it'll be something anybody would notice, including me. Do you like the higher production quality that you get with a virtual studio, such as what I utilize and many other creators utilize, with the ability to go with 5-6 people on cam at once to multiple platforms? Do you think that a phone-based system is okay? Do you think that that's going to work for a lot of people? I don't know. And finally, and this is the most important question, do you think this is one way that YouTube will try to limit creator options in the future? And my fear is that's an affirmative answer. What do you think? Please feel free to leave your comments down below in the comments section. We can have a talk about this. It does bring to light some interesting ideas. I know that the moment that I'm allowed to go out to Twitter simultaneously, along with Minds and Getter and Odyssey and YouTube and Rumble and everything all at once, I think that's the best way to go about things. But again, your thoughts below are truly appreciated. And I just want to say, support other independent creators here on the platform. I try to bring in a whole array of guests on my panel shows, which will be starting back up in full in January. But I think the more independent creators we support, the better, because it's hard to quell a mass of voices, and we need as many voices as we can advocating for, well, the truth, quality entertainment, etc., etc. So with that, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time, bye. And don't forget to check out my Rumble at rumble.com/CultureCasino. Thanks for visiting today. Be sure you're subscribed and hit that for alerts.
Yay! Of course, like and share all of the videos that you can, as it helps with the algorithm. Have a great day.